What is up, comic fans? Welcome back to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and today I'm here with another top 10 comics that are this coming week's new comic book day. It's going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. If you want to see what's on my top 10 list, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's get it going. All right, let's get into it. These are going to be my top 10 picks for the week of February 7th. We're off and running. We're into the second week of 2024, or the second month already. It's flying by. I want to go and give a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games. That's where I'll be picking up all of my new comic books every week. They have a fantastic Facebook group. You can find it linked in the description below. But let's kick it off. These are in no specific order. I will tell you what my number one pick is when I get to it. But kicking off, first up, we have Batman issue number 142. Chip Zdarsky's run continues. This is pretty interesting. It's been going pretty wild. We have Failsafe now taking over with the personality of Batman of Zur and Na. We have Bruce just kind of in a jail cell with none other than the Joker. And we're now shifting gears to a brand new story arc. And it starts right here with Joker Year 1, Part 1. This is going to be interesting as it's kind of touching back on when he was in the Red Hood gang and he fell into the vat of chemicals and what transpired after that. So I'm going to be kind of curious to see how this will play as a whole, but also how it will play with the Killing Joke, because though that kind of came out as like a one-shot years ago, it's been really solidified as Joker's like definitive origin and everything. I'm excited to see how it's added to. Last week we saw the preview pages for this included in a lot of the new releases. It's got me interested. I feel like we did take a little break from the Joker after being like completely oversaturated with him. So I welcome this. I welcome this Joker Year 1. What say you? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about with it. Next up, we have Mark Waid's run on Shazam, continuing with Dan Mora on the art. Issue number 8 is coming out, introducing the space something here. All I know is we're looking at a thing that says art. What does it say? Space dinosaurs. Yeah, these are the auditors. They've been here since issue 1. It's a strange alien race of T-Rexes that are super smart and care about paperwork. That sounds ridiculous, I know, and it is. They've more or less been in the background of most of this, kind of comic relief. It almost is like they've substituted Talking Tawny for a talking dinosaur, but hopefully we'll kind of be getting past it in this issue because they don't need to linger any longer than they have to. We just saw Captain Marvel fight Black Adam in the last issue. It was awesome. He now has the wisdom of Solomon that he's been missing for years now, but will it be a curse or a blessing? We're going to find out as we move forward in this run of Shazam. Next up, and this is a big one right here. It's not my number one book of the week, but it's going to be a lot of people's number one books of the week. I expect it to hit those speculator lists and those top 10 charts really heavily, especially following hot on the heels of the re-release of Transformers over at Image. We have Dynamite Comics taking on Thundercats with a brand new issue 1 with a brand new story. They're trying to do lightning in the bottle with this one. I feel like they're taking these beloved 80s icons and getting new licensing and new branding and putting them back out there. This one has countless covers to choose from. Me personally, I'm not as big of a Thundercat guy as I am other stuff from my childhood, like Power Rangers, Transformers, stuff like that. But I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to pick up number 1 if I can get the Rob Liefeld cover, because I love me some Rob Liefeld. Don't care what anyone's got to say. The guy knows how to sell comics, and the guy loves comics. So I absolutely love that cover. I definitely want to hear back from some people about what y'all's thoughts are on a brand new Thundercat series, so close, especially to the relaunch of Transformers, G.I. Joe. Is it the right time for this? Will it get lost in the shuffle of all of it? I think it's going to do all right. Issue 1 is already pre-sold over 150,000 copies, which is blowing my mind. My top pick, though, is none other than Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum. This is the one that was actually on my top pick list months and months ago before it was delayed due to the delay of the video game that this is a prequel to. The brand new video game dropped this week, and it was not a smooth release, but it did get out there. I was watching some people do some gameplay stuff, and it was actually looked really fun. I don't own a modern gaming system. I cut it off at Nintendo 64, and I'm happy with that, but it's still fun to watch and check in on this stuff. I will be picking up this 5-issue limited series that is the prequel to the game because I love the Suicide Squad. The premise of this sounds fantastic. Amanda Waller has taken over Arkham Asylum. She now is in control of the most secure facility in all of Gotham. And what is the first thing she does? Opens all the cells, let the criminals fight it out. The last 4 standing are the ones that she's going to recruit for the ultimate mission ahead, which what we see in the video game, where they're tasked with taking out the Justice League themselves. So I think this is going to be fun. There's a lot of cool variants. There's a Steve Beach cover that is just beautiful. But I think I'm going to stick with the A covers on this and not get lost in the sauce of the variants. But I'm very, Very excited about it. I do want to take a pause because this weekend is none other than, wait, when's this video? This coming weekend is none other than MegaCon Orlando 2024. It's a huge convention that drops every year. There's a lot of vendors there, a lot of artists, creators, and stuff like that. The homies over at Big Time Collectibles will be set up there. They'll have a whole booth. They'll have a bunch of exclusives. Be sure to go by the table, tell them, hey, check out their stuff. Let them know that you found them via the channel if you did. And be sure to check out their website, follow them on social media. If you can't make it to MegaCon, they have allocated a certain amount of their books to their website so that if you can't make it, you still can get an opportunity to check some of them out. So be sure to do that. Fantastic people. Fantastic people. Next up, the saga of Zod continues with Kneel Before Zod issue number 2. This is promising to be the most brutal comic of the year. Now, I do believe that's inside the parameters of DC Comics because there's some wild stuff that drops from some of these independents. But we have Zod setting up shop on his own planet, calling it New Kandor. He has a wife. He has a child who's of kind of teenager age, who's in that rebellious stage. He kicked him off of his planet, and now his planet is being invaded by aliens left and right. And it's going to be up to Zod to tap into the most barbaric side of himself to defend his new world before it can get destroyed. That first issue was definitely good. It was a lot of world building, place setting, a lot of that. But man, when it kicked into the action, it was brutal. It held up its end of the bargain. I'm excited to dive into this further. If it's Superman stuff, I'm definitely going to check it out. And more or less, I've been keeping all of it on the pool when it drops. I've been really enjoying the expansion of Superman over the last 2 years. Speaking of more Superman titles, this week we get issue number 4 of Superman 78, The Metal Curtain. This is volume 2 of the Superman 78 series, expanding on the original movie with Christopher Reeve. This volume specifically is introducing us to the Russian asset known as Metallo. He had his first skirmish with Superman, left him almost dead, but was pulled back to home base. They want to kill Superman, but they want to do it in front of an audience, and that's what we'll be seeing in issue number 4. Superman's getting called out by Metallo on American soil. It looks like Lex Luthor, old Gene Hackman, is getting brought into the fray in this one to see what he has to say about it. Because while he's not a fan of Superman, I have a feeling he might be a fan of America. I'm excited to see what kind of twists Lex might bring to this story. Next up, coming in number 7 on the list is none other than Exo Manowar Unconquered issue number 6. This is the long-awaited finale to Liam Sharp's beautiful, beautiful series here. Becky Cloonan and something Conrad has been writing it. Fantastic story. Exo finds himself kidnapped in space. This futuristic Roman army wants his suit. They have a bunch of slaves on their ship. Exo does not want to give them the suit, and he wants to free the slaves. And he's going to have to battle another suit-wearing hyper-tech warrior to see who's going to take it all. And she's pretty much a toughie. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. I love this cover, how it's like a mirror to the cover for issue 1, just with the suit down. This series has been dope. I cannot wait for it to come out in like a fully collected volume. I can see myself picking it up. Highly, highly suggest people picking this one up in the collected volume. For the art alone carries the story. The story is definitely all there and fantastic, but Liam Sharp really just like mesmerizes with the art. Next up, this is a big one right here. Or is it? Who knows? So Ultimate Universe is back. They did the Ultimate Invasion, reestablishing a brand new Ultimate Universe. And 2 weeks ago, we had Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1 take the comic world by storm. And not because it was an underprinted, rare, sought-after cover, but because people are hungry for a decent Spider-Man book to read. Because there hasn't been one till now. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 was an enjoyable read. It was fun. It felt right. It felt good. And are they going to kind of do lightning in a bottle kind of thing again with Ultimate Black Panther? I doubt it, but hey, who knows? We're expanding the Ultimate Universe, and this is the second book that we're getting for that. So I'm thinking about checking it out and seeing what they're going to do with it, seeing if it plays into the Spider-Man book at all, or just to find out what's happening here more or less. Again, the new Ultimate Universe is in its infancy, so why not ride it out? You know, I'll like me some Black Panther. We'll see how it goes. Also, if you were looking to get anything cleaned or pressed this year, look no further than JustinComicx over on Instagram. He can hook it up for as little as $10 a book. You can find him linked in the description as well. Let him know you found him through the channel. Take advantage of any special offers you might be running at the time. And let's check out these final 2 books. This one right here has got me interested. There are some really cool variants as well. But Wolverine Madripoor Nights. This is Chris Claremont coming back for one of the Marvel Retro titles featuring Captain America, Wolverine, and Black Widow. We're going back and telling a story with the characters from Uncanny X-Men number 268. They'll be going to Madripoor to fight crime, fight villains. The Hand is involved. It's supposed to be wild, and it's supposed to be taking us to a direction that we'll never see coming these retro titles are a blast. The Silver Surfer ones have been good. The Maestro ones were great. The Joe Fixit was fantastic. The all new Fantastic Four was great. They're just really fun. If you have that feeling of not enjoying a lot of the modern story stuff that's happening, these are the answer to that problem most of the time. And I can't wait to check this one out and see what they're going to do. I love the characters involved in this one, especially Captain America. And we'll see where it goes. And for number 10, I'm going with a cover pick right here. And it's going back to Thundercats. John Jang has this amazing Lion-O variant for Thundercats issue number 1. Be sure to follow John Jang over on the social medias to see where his covers are going and when. He has a lot of direct market covers that drop as well that you can find on your comic shelves, but he does a great job of always putting them out and previewing and when you can find them and everything if you follow him on any social media platform. So that's going to do it for my top 10 list. Be sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to picking up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you watching. And check out that merch store if you want to pick up some cool swag, or hit that join button and consider becoming a channel member. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.